everybody. Welcome to episode 7 of Spectrum of Hurdles. I'm here today with Jeremy Redder, right?
Reader.
Reader, I'm
Reader.
sorry.
Yeah.
I'm bad at pronouncing names, sorry.
Reader.
And tell us a little bit about yourself.
Um, well, let's see. I am very big into cosplay, which is what we're going to be talking about today. As far as I've been told, I'm big fan of music, movies. I enjoy spending time with family. Um, I'm 27. I've been a school bus attendant for about 8 years for special needs children, help them up and down the
Mhm.
stairs and buckle them up, make sure not throwing stuff out the window so the driver can drive. So that's about
Yeah,
it. Not much else to me.
yeah. And you're also on the spectrum, is that
Yeah.
correct?
I was diagnosed with Asperger's when I was 15 or 16. I'm
Hmm.
27 now, so yeah, I'm on the spectrum.
Yeah, and you said that you're big into cosplay, and that do you like own your own business or company, or how does that work?
Um, I mean, I do cosplay on the side off of from my real job.
Hmm.
I sometimes I'll do a birthday party, just kind of get paid under the table, not like really anything too official. Usually it's people I know or people in the Facebook group in my city. I'm part
Hmm.
of three cosplay charity groups where we will. That's more official. Where we'll go to
Right.
like a run for autism or cancer awareness, whatever stuff. So with my groups, it's more official, but with me, it's just kind of on my own. I don't
Right.
have like a business license or anything, but with my group, it is an official business. So
Well, that's cool. I
yeah.
mean, I love cosplaying. I mean, a lot of those on the spectrum, love doing that, like at conventions, events, and, as I understand it, you like to do it at the theme parks.
I when I go to theme parks, I do like the theme park I have that's local. They don't even allow it on Halloween, which is I think is silly. But like last time I went to Disneyland about 7 years ago, I casually went as both Han and Solo one day for Tomorrowland, and then the next day I was Indiana Jones for Adventureland. But yeah, I
Hmm.
like to cosplay every opportunity I get. It's pretty
That's
fun.
cool.
Makes a lot of people happy for
Yeah.
the most part.
Right, right. Is there like any conventions like near you to where you dress up at as well?
We used to have a Comic Con, but they had to change it to FanX for legal reasons. So we have
Oh.
Salt Lake FanX, which is a
Hmm.
fan experience. I think it's short for. It's once a year
Right.
in September, and I try to go every year. In the past couple of years, I've been with a joint booth with my costumes charity groups. I have my
Okay.
own booth with other characters and stuff, and you stand there and introduce people to our characters and what we do, what our cause is, and why we do it.
Hmm.
Just make people happy, really, and just make a difference in the world and be this symbol of hope.
Yes, I love that. Okay, what do you think your biggest hurdle, is when you cosplay?
I like a lot of things that irritate me is like when I'm at let's say I'm walking around somewhere in cosplay and big problem I have is people say it's not Halloween. Why aren't you dressed up? Like really irritates me because here I am trying to do it to make people happy, and then they make fun of me like it's not Halloween. Why are you dressed up? And I feel like people should know that there's people that have a good living, an actual job doing cosplay, like actors who are way older than I am, who wear a superhero costume with a contract for like 20 movies, or theater people and theme park workers, and I can go on and on. Like there's so many more things you can wear a costume for rather than just Halloween. And I have
Right.
so many that I couldn't even wear them. I have so many that I don't want to wear them just Halloween. I take advantage of how many I have. I wear them as much as possible, and usually it's for good causes. There's this one time I went to a fair at my local park, a Spider-Man just for fun, and somebody
Hmm.
tattled on me to the cops that were at a booth there. The cops had a booth, and a police officer came over to me and told me to remove my mask and said I need a permit to do that, and told me I had to go home and not ever do that again. That hurt
Really?
because I was really trying to make a bunch of kids happy at this carnival fair or whatever,
Hmm.
and somebody tattled on me. I was doing nothing wrong, and I had to go home, and that made me fall into a depression for months, and I didn't cosplay for a long time because I was
Mm.
scared I'd get reported and go to jail, get a ticket, citation, whatever, you know.
Right.
Um, another thing that hurdles me is like weather. Like when it's way too hot, I can't be Batman because I wear a muscle suit. I can't be
Hmm.
Darth Vader because that's layers of leather and black.
Right.
And then, of course, in the winter, you can't be Spider Man because that's just a thin layer of spandex.
Hmm.
So things like that, just being bullied for cosplaying when it's not Halloween, or being told on like, oh, you can't have a lightsaber here, you can't have your Wolverine claws here. When I go to like a movie theater, they don't always let me have a mask on or my fake weapons, and I'm not gonna do anything with them. So it's like,
Right.
uh, that's about it. It's just
Hmm.
sometimes the temperature, the weather prevents me from cosplaying certain things, and that's about it.
Right. I mean, do they consider like the claws and everything else like weapons, or like why are they so scared of that?
And the movie theater is usually the biggest problem I have with. They don't let me wear masks or have any fake weapons, just for
Hmm.
safety issues. Because I think like when The Dark Knight Rises came out, some guy was at a movie theater as Joker and shot a bunch of people.
Mm,
So
I
ever since
remember that.
then, people have been very careful with what they allow into a movie theater.
Hmm.
So I mean, luckily there is a movie theater about 20 minutes away from me that I used to have a coworker that also worked there as like some kind of manager or something, and he always let me cosplay whatever I want because he knows I'm a good guy,
Hmm.
and he doesn't work there anymore. But all the people there know that I'm okay to wear masks and have my fake props and stuff. They've hired me
Right.
officially to be Superman for the Super Pets movie that came out. I was like an official
Okay.
representation of that movie, kind of, sorta. As far as I understand, I was like each state had like a Superman cosplayer promote the movie. It's pretty cool.
Okay.
So they trust me because they know me. But if I walked in any other theater, like, what are you doing? You can't be doing this. You know, they don't know
Hmm.
me. They don't trust me. They don't know if they can trust me. Um,
Right.
I went to a movie theater's Captain America when my grandpa was still around. They wouldn't let me wear my mask and have my shield. And my grandpa's like, "Well, if you can't trust Captain America, who can you trust?"
Right.
So I miss my grandpa. I wish he was still around. But anyway,
Yeah.
stuff like that is just dumb rules. That really shouldn't be rules sometimes. I get it to a point. Like, obviously, you don't want real guns and things that look like weapons at a movie
Right.
theater, but at the same time, people can be silly, and a little too they flex their muscle too much. Like they have this authority and they abuse it. Like, I
Right.
don't know, but I
It's a
get
power trip, right?
trouble for cosplaying. What's that?
A power trip.
Yeah.
Hmm. um Sometimes at the conventions, they have like prop checks, and
Oh
like
yeah.
there are certain things that are allowed and certain things are, are and aren't. And I mean, I get it, but to a certain extent, like they need to be like, okay, well, what harm is, you dressing up, gonna do? I mean, you're trying to have fun, you're trying to spread a positive message, and but just, I don't know. I mean, I remember earlier. you said something about a depression or something.
Give
Um,
me a sec. It just kicked me out for a minute. What's up? What did you just say?
oh, you said that earlier. You fell into like a depression or something.
Yeah,
Because of the whole thing. I mean, how
that
did
was.
you like get yourself out of it?
Yeah, sorry. So I don't know. It took a long time, but my parents kept saying, just keep doing what you're doing. It makes a lot of people happy. Don't take that away from people just because of one dumb person. Like makes a lot of people happy. Makes me happy. That's what matters. And
Right.
I was Spider Man when that happened. When the I was tattled on with the cops.
Mm-hmm.
And Spider Man is never ever gives up. He always comes back, and he's had a lot of crap happen to him, and yet he always gets back up, and the whole with great power comes great responsibility was stuck in my head. And my motto is
Yes.
kind of with great cosplay comes great responsibility. Like if you have a really good costume, you make a lot of people happy, a lot of people.
Yes.
So I just kept trying to tell myself that kind of thing, and eventually there were some cosplay events that I wanted to go to, and I started to go to those, and then I got back into the groove, I guess.
Well, that's
Positive
good.
thinking is a big thing for me because I have depression like permanently. Like in the back of
Hmm.
my head, it's just a chemical imbalance where I'm always depressed. So all I really can do is try to think positive, is try to think happy. And I have a mood disorder. So like when I am sad, I'm very depressed. When I'm angry, I'm furious. When I'm
Hmm.
happy, I'm like ecstatic.
Hmm.
So I had I it was hard, but eventually I'm able to get back to being my normal self.
Yeah, I get it. And,
It's just a
kudos to
mindset, I
you,
guess.
right. And kudos to you for coming back out of that. So I'm very proud of you.
Oh,
Good job. Because, that's not easy to do. It really isn't. I mean, a lot of people, especially those, that have autism, struggle with that a lot. And, that is really something to be proud of.
thank you.
Yes. Trying to think what else. Oh, so yeah, a couple minutes ago, you showed me a helmet
Oh,
before we
yeah.
logged on here.
Can I
Yes,
show it to
let's
you
see
guys?
it.
Give me a sec.
There it
I
is.
yeah, I got my Star Wars Mandalorian helmet.
Nice.
Thank you.
Yeah. Did you make that?
Um, I painted some of it. My dad and I painted
Okay.
some of it. We put a decal on it. Excuse me, and then I put the horns on it. They're just motorcycle horns. Sorry, they're for
Mm,
motorcycle helmets. I just stuck them on my helmet. Got them on Amazon.
that's
It's pretty
cool.
fun. Yeah,
Really
I
cool.
made a. I have the whole suit too, like flight suit, the armor, and the blaster and gloves, everything. Pretty cool.
Hmm.
Trying to upgrade it now. I haven't put the whole new one together yet, but it's something I'm working on. I'm excited to do
That
that.
really is cool.
I don't know when I'll do that because, like I said, when that with depression, even though I love to cosplay, I just it takes a lot to put a cosplay together and make it and
Hmm.
paint it and attach everything. And
Right. Right.
it's nothing.
Um.
I can't put it on right now because it's not made. Like the armor pieces have to be attached to the flight suit, the flak vest.
Right. Right.
So,
Um. So, do you have any words of advice for those trying to get into, cosplaying?
um, it's good to stay in character as much as you can. If,
Hmm.
however, if you're cosplaying like a bad guy, don't be a jerk. Because you're doing it to
Right.
make people happy. Um,
So have it to a certain extent, right?
yeah. Like another thing is just try really hard at accuracy as much as you can. It's okay if
Hmm.
you buy it online. You don't have to make things to be a cosplayer. You don't have to make it from scratch, paint it, 3D print it. sew it. You can buy things, and that's okay. Just be happy doing it. But try your best at making it look good. Like cosplay
Hmm.
is not just a cheesy Halloween costume. Make an effort. Have fun and make it look as good as possible. But at the same time, if all you can afford is Halloween costume, that's okay too. But just do your best. Give it your all and have fun doing it. I would
Right.
suggest if you like to cosplay, get to know other cosplayers, go to your conventions, go to events, and if you can, it's nice to do birthday parties for kids and join a costumes charity group. That's
Yes.
my
Yes.
advice is just be nice and give it your all.
Yeah. And I think there was one more question. Oh, so how has cosplaying helped you overall? Like, what have you learned from it?
Well, like I remember my first cosplay was Spider-Man almost 12 years ago, and I was gonna go to this event that had some characters there. I just
Hmm.
thought it'd be cool just to be Spider-Man. But when I got there, I realized that wearing a costume makes a lot of people happy, and I could use costumes for good use other than selfish purposes. Like, well, I'm going to be famous, and I'm going to get a lot of people give me high fives and want my autograph. It's like it's more than that. It's you are
Hmm.
when you wear a costume or a really good one, like a cosplay. People think you're that character, and they look up to you and they ask you questions. And um, you remind me what your question was again. I don't want to get off topic.
Oh, you're good.
What were you
Like, what's the biggest thing that you have learned when you
asking?
started cosplaying?
Right. I've learned that cosplaying will make a lot of people happy. It makes me happy, make other people happy. Like I do parades as characters, coupled about 3 times a year. I do parades in character with other characters, and people go nuts for the characters.
Hmm.
One of the biggest things I've learned is that it makes people happy,
Yes.
and that's the most important thing. Is if it makes you happy, and other people's happy. Most important thing.
Right. I've done it a few times to a few different conventions here. I did Aku from Samurai Jack.
Okay.
I think my last one was I think Ursula or something from Little Mermaid. And I always doubt myself. I mean, that's something that I'm trying to get over. But ultimately, in the end, I'm happy with the work that I do, and all that matters is I'm happy, and other people like have fun with it, and they're like, oh, that's cool, did great, and I think that's worth it.
Yeah, another thing I've learned is when you put on that suit and become that character, it's like a confidence boost sometimes.
Yes. Yes.
Like I'll listen to the character's theme song or soundtrack like on loop for a long time, like
Hmm.
for 2 weeks in advance until I have an event or a party to do just to really get in the character. So
That's cool.
yeah.
Nice. I think that's about it. Do you have any questions, or do you have any final words of advice that you'd like to say to our viewers and to the world or whoever watches?
I don't know, just be kind, be nice, be yourself, be accepting of others. Differences are what makes the world. Um, everybody's different, Differences is what makes us human, and we're all different. I mean, if everybody was the same, it'd be a very boring place. So it's okay to be different.
Exactly.
Be yourself, but be kind to others.
Hmm.
That's pretty much.
Exactly. All right. Awesome. Awesome. And yeah, I really do love all the outfits that you post, on your Facebook, and you have Instagram, right?
Yes, I have
Okay.
a
Yes.
cosplay
And
page.
yes. And do you mind if we attach your Facebook page at the bottom of our YouTube video so people can check you out?
I'll probably I have a Facebook cosplay page I can give you with my Instagram cosplay page. I'll
Yes,
do that.
please. Yes.
Sweet, that'd be
Yeah, we
awesome.
can. Yeah, we can definitely do that. Um, and what's it called? Do you mind saying that real quick?
Jeremy's cosplay with an underscore after Jeremy. So
Okay,
Jeremy's underscore cosplay.
got it. Awesome, awesome. And yeah, make sure to like and subscribe to our videos and to Jeremy's content as well. And then yeah, we really enjoyed having you on here. So thank you,
Well,
Jeremy.
thanks for having me.
Of course. And sorry if my business partner Ed couldn't be here. He had some technical difficulties.
It's all good.
So but he'll be on the next episode.
Oh, cool.
But he does send his regards and all that fun stuff.
Awesome.
Yes, well, all right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to Spectrum of Hurdles. I'm Shane Cantfield, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye.